to another great episode of Two Cigars and a Blunt. Of course, you know I am the man on the street.
This is Pharaoh King.
Tim Dog from Be More Careful.
It's my turn. Sue Villain, Conspiracy Brother, the universe's favorite, your mama's favorite, your grandmama's favorite. Fucking I'm everybody's favorite.
Everybody's favorite and your uncle's goddamn secret. Welcome back,
including the furball.
Can't help who love me, man.
Yeah, hope y'all ready to be entertained. We got an interesting show for y'all tonight. But just like we always start our podcast off, we always got to ask the brothers, how was their day? Pharaoh, how was your day, my brother?
I have to say my day was extraordinary. I got up, took the day off because I had, some medical appointments, but also got my 6 month, dental hygiene.
We don't know.
So that was pretty good. Always good experience going to Dr. Alomar here in Augusta. But then after that, me, Jaden, and Lex decided to go to the range to shoot our, their new pistols, and I got a chance to shoot mine, and that's what I was telling me on the street in the background. Man, it's been so long. I was even nervous pulling the trigger the first shot, and I pulled the trigger. I'm like, man, where did the bullet go, man? I don't even know where the round went. So, but yeah. You know what it is? It was the indoor range over here, shooters.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, so outside is a different, the acoustics is different. When you inside, man, it echoes and stuff. It just seems a little bit worse. But I will say this, fellas, that's the first and last time I go to that place because they had some some memorabilia, on the table. And I'm like, my thing is, if you have a business, people, regardless of your political beliefs, stop putting it in your business. I don't we just want to go have a good time. But now I will not spend another damn. We can't spend a penny, so I won't spend another nickel in that damn place ever again because of what I saw today.
What you see?
Yeah.
They had Trump 2024 and Trump Mike Pence, and they had. And here's the thing: we didn't see the table that had the shit on it. We got in there, we saw the videos and stuff like that. We went all around it. It wasn't until we actually finished, and I went to this one table, and the first thing I saw was this blue ass banner. I'm like, oh my god, I done gave him my damn money. If I would have saw this when I walked in there, we would have took off.
Yeah, that's
why did this gun community have to be such a supporter of this shit? Why can't you just be a gun supporter regardless?
Yeah, I guess you were so happy to shoot your gun, you didn't pay no attention when you came. That's what it was. But I know you saying that you trying to get reacclimated back to shooting a weapon. I know Alexa's like, damn, Dad, I only shot my gun about 10 times. Why I got about 20 bullets in it? Because you were shooting her targets. Yeah.
Hell, she was worse than me.
She's supposed to be.
Yeah, she was worse than me. But Jaden was the one that was in there doing pretty good right off the rip. So
I hear.
I guess left hand luck. I guess I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Kim, she went and bought her a gun. She's supposed to start going to the range. Yeah, she went and bought her. Yeah, she went and bought her one. So
you know what it is?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Shit, came in a purple bag. I don't know. Fuck it. I'm fucking with weapons, but it is what it is. My main man, conspiracy brother, my brother.
Oh man, my day was pretty good. I ain't do too much, nothing the usual. Figure out ways to experiment on myself. That's about it.
Yeah. You saw my message that I sent you. Not my message, but the comment I made when you talk about I don't want to make videos every day because I want y'all to miss me and whatnot. I put thank you because you were scaring me with that ugly face. So
hey, you can miss me with that bullshit. I can tell you that now.
I was like, thank you. I
don't give y'all too much sauce.
No, I was like, you scared me every damn day. I saw you posting every damn day, scaring the fuck out of me. But
he missed the text from the group, from the family group. I don't know if you're still in it, but they said they found somebody that can sing that look like you, B Major.
Okay,
it probably is me.
It probably is him.
Hell
Tim
no.
Dog, man. How was your day, my brother?
Man, my day was gorgeous. Made some cookies for my sister-in-law on her birthday, and got my internet problem taken care of. And I just cut the backyard grass.
Yeah, I got to do the same thing. I got to take my lawnmower out, and I got to cut my grass before before I start growing again.
And all that too. Yeah, it's grass season right now here.
It's grass season, yeah. So I got to get out there and do what I need to do, man.
I got to go out there and that snake repellent down.
Yeah. Ask me, fellas, man. My day went well, man. I can't complain. Like I say, getting shorter and shorter, and I think they know it's getting shorter and shorter because they say they got my name up at the headquarters. Say I'm leaving next year, so.
Oh, they got a pool going?
No, they got a I guess the people that they say they're gonna be leaving at the end of the year or whatnot, and it's quite a few. So who told me that? My man Cody told me that. Yeah, he said he went up to headquarters, he saw my name, Mr. Jenkins. He's leaving at the end of next year. So they
foreseen it.
Yeah, well, I already told them I'll probably be leaving by the end of next year. So
next year or this year?
Next year.
Next year. Reminded of that.
Well, I mean, the end of this year going into next year, but I might trick them though. Think I'm going to leave, and then I said, "No, I'm going to stay," and then just send them a damn letter say, "Hey, I ain't coming back." So
right,
just to fuck with them, man.
Right,
fellas, man, we got an interesting show. Conspiracy Brother, man. I know you don't like talking about politics, but I got you something though. I got you something too, so you could talk about. But with the politics, fellas, man, we was on last Friday, and we talked about, I think we talked about what the speech that Donald Trump gave, and then of course,
state of confusion.
Then of course, woke up the next goddamn morning, and this is what happened with old number 47.
A short time ago, the United States military began major combat operations in Iran.
Yes, man. I woke up to that shit. I was like, God damn, we were just on, and this motherfucker, I'm going to start a little conflict with Iran. So, I'm going to give it to you first, Conspiracy Brothers. What were your thoughts, your first thoughts, when you heard that the U.S. and Israel had hit Iran with airstrikes?
Oh, honestly, I didn't even know they did something for real because I don't keep up with it. So
you notice the gas.
So let me rephrase it then. So I know you don't worry about it, but is it a good look that the U.S. and Israel did airstrike against Iran, in your opinion?
We wouldn't be America if we wasn't at war with somebody. Shit, that's what this country do. They got to always enforce their will on somebody. So it's no surprise.
Okay.
We got to enforce our will on somebody. Why not? That's what they always do.
I got you.
Get that all. Get the prices right. That dollar's struggling right now. They got to figure out this goddamn dollar.
Well, you say like Dave Chappelle say, you got to get that oil. That oil.
Yeah.
Start with Venezuela. Now we about to go back to these motherfuckers. Like, hey, goddamn. You see what we did? We about to do it again.
Yeah, but he said, what Dave Chappelle said, bitch, you cooking? What's anything about all, bitch? You cooking?
They cooking up a storm right now.
I think it's more so, don't drop that shit.
Don't drop that shit. No, man, what are your thoughts, man? When you woke up the next morning and found that Israel and the U.S. had hit Iran with airstrikes?
Yeah, first of all, I want to give Conspiracy Brother a Negro, please. How the hell you say you ain't know this shit? You know damn well when you go to the gas station, you're like, God damn, 20 cents on one day. And you ain't paying no attention?
I got to get gas anyway. So what, I'm going to sit there and worry about the price?
I didn't say worry about it. You have to see it and notice it.
No,
I put premium in my ride, so it's gonna be expensive regardless. So it don't even matter. I'm just gonna.
And then again,
if it was $5 a gallon, you would recognize it.
Let me say this: in Conspiracy Brother defense, though, if he doesn't follow politics like us on here, I can understand him saying that because the gas price fluctuates. Even when we're not in a situation. So I can understand that he goes to the gas. I got to pay this price anyway. So it is what it is. But I'm going to give him not the nigga please with that one. Because,
I get a certain type of gas from a certain gas station. So that's the only gas station I'm going to go to get the gas.
So when you notice that price going up, you don't pay attention.
I'm still, Tim, I gotta get the gas.
The question, I know you gotta get the gas. I'm asking you. You never notice the price. That's what I'm asking. Yeah, you get the gas.
I don't really look. I guess because
I guess that's what he's telling you, that in his mind he's not paying it any attention. I can understand that. So, Spiritual Brother, I'm gonna give you that one. Tim Dog, your thoughts on when you heard that?
Tim Dog, I understand what you're saying, because I don't care if we are. I'm always looking at the gas price, regardless if I go to the gas station. I just want to know how much. I don't want them to price gouge me. That's why I do it. It's not because we're in conflict or nothing. I always say, okay, if it's $3.25, I pump 1 gallon to see if it is $3.25. If not, then I go in and I say something. But so far, you know what I mean? I just want to know that they're not price gouging me. As far as a conflict thing, that is what it is.
Right. I'm not saying that we don't get the gas. I'm just saying you ain't gonna sit there and get the gas and gas going up, and you ain't gonna say, "Oh, it's going up." You ain't gonna pay. You ain't gonna say, "Man, fuck that." Anyway,
what I'm gonna say is going up for what does that do for me? That's the question I'm asking. What does that do for me?
It's not about it's doing something for you. It's a recognition that something isn't right.
But Tim Dog, you got to realize that if he's not thinking about that, why would he like the gas prices? He already thinking it's just gas.
I gotta spend. I gotta get gas.
He sound like one of those white people that vote for Donald Trump. They don't care what he say. They just gonna like him because that's what they do.
The thing is, I have to spend the money regardless of what the price is. I got to spend the money. So I'm not gonna worry about the price.
Can I say this? Can I say this though? Can I say this? Like I say, if you're a person that doesn't follow politics like us, you really don't care what the gas price is. You just going to pay. You're not thinking that something's going on. I'm being for real. We here, if we see gas prices, us other three, we might say, man, what the hell is going on? Because we follow policy. Oh, that's why. But I can see Conspiracy Brothers on another lane, and he's probably just going through, looking at the sun and shit, and just minding his own business. So that's why I say I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. He's not like us. When we see something dramatically changes, we assume, oh shit, something's going on in the world. Some people just, hey, look at the sun, I guess. Hey, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not jumping on him saying that.
Tim, I'm with you. Tim. I get what you're saying. Trust me.
I got you. I get what you're saying too. But I also get what what Conspiracy Brother is saying as well. Now, Tim Dog, answer my goddamn question. What were your thoughts when you heard that the U.S. and Israel had hit Iran with the airstrikes, man? Goddamn.
Nice ass froze.
I ain't froze, motherfucker. I'm just sitting here trying to. You sound just like Felon 47. You say that shit so much you start to believe it. You notice something going up, you ain't gonna say shit. Fuck that. Anyway, my thing was, here we go again. This motherfucker. I say, here we go again. This motherfucker thinking he can do whatever he wants. And now he's making excuses, not thinking about the consequences. And the consequences are what? People dying, other countries getting involved, kids are dying, and we just hit a school with some kids in it. And what does he have to say? Oh, well, people going to die. That's the conflict of war. He sounds stupid, and they treating this like it's a video game. Y'all saw the memes?
Yeah. Hold that thought, Tim Dog, because we're going to talk about that a little bit later. Hold that thought. And not Conspiracy Brother, but Pharaoh, when you heard about it, like I said, we had just got off around about 10, 11 o'clock that night, and then we wake up and you see something like that. What was the first thing that went through your mind?
I was very disappointed that I was disappointed that had happened. I'm disappointed that Congress is allowing this to happen and then stepping back and saying, well, we didn't do the war pact, resolution or whatever the case is, whatever they got to do. I'm just amazed how you could organize the military to go do some type of offensive without the people that actually are supposed to approve it take care of what they're supposed to. That just, it baffles me out of all the stuff that we've done in the past, how it came about to where this one individual, Pete Hegseth bitch ass and Rubio bitch ass, and all of them can have this. Talking about they didn't. They did it behind closed doors, and Congress didn't have any idea. Man, that's a fucking lie. We know that for a fact.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
now
yeah.
here we are. You know what? A week into it, or a week and a half into it, and you telling me that you just can't stop it now because you think Iran's going to sit there and be like, oh yeah, we're going to do a ceasefire after what has happened, and people are losing their lives on a conflict that has nothing to do with the people that's actually doing it. I just saw a clip where 2 pilots were taken into custody, Air Force pilots, because they wouldn't fly the weapons over to Israel.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So you just saw the Marine that was kicked out of the out of one of the offices, and now
hold that thought. I want you to hold that thought.
Yeah,
hold
I'm
that
just
thought, we're going to talk about that as well.
Okay, so yes, back to the thought. The thought was not so much here we go again. I'm pissed that it's allowed to happen when if you're supposed to annihilate it, the depots before, there's no reason for you to do this now, knowing yes, a lot of other presidents have not done anything with Netanyahu because obviously they know something that we don't. We as American citizens or United States citizens don't know everything, the ins and outs of what's happening. We just know what we need to do as civilians or military members and what information we get. They can lie to us every day. We can form opinions every day. But we don't know what those countries are doing over there. We have no idea unless you're part of this of the issue.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm very disappointed.
And just like Johnson Chronic said, it was a dictator speech. Plus, he made a smoke screen to line up for big oil companies to make money and rise up the price of his Bitcoin because his what is not his Bitcoin but his whatever that money is called, that he's into.
Oh yeah,
the virtual money.
Whatever.
It went up. It went up. So Johnson, you right on point with that. But Tim Dog, it also funny to me that Trump and the way that they put this out there, it's about the U.S. was going to be strike, but come to find out that Israel's going to bomb Iran anyway. So then that what brought the U.S. into it because they was like, if Israel strikes Iran, then of course they're going to strike us, but we don't know that would have happened. But now we're in it. So Tim Dog, the question to you is, do you think Trump did the right thing or he's just being used by Israel?
Oh man, he's being played like a puppet because remember they were selling T-shirts, no war in with Iran. Remember that? They were saying that Pam Bondi and not Pam Bondi, Christy Nolan.
No, Gabbard.
I guess right, Gab. My apologies. But they were selling the T-shirts. And then this motherfucker gonna get up there and say, it happened real quick. We didn't have time. Okay. You didn't have time to do what? Netanyahu did this. This is exactly what Netanyahu said. Oh, Donald, look, I'm going to strike them. I need help. Why don't you help me do that? You don't need Congress. You the president. You the man. Yeah, well, I am the man. I can do that. Man, me and Hegseth, we can do it. And then when this shit happened, and here's Netanyahu. I didn't tell him to do it. He did that on his own.
Right.
And that's what's happening. So now he has to explain. First, it was the nuclear capability. Then it was they weren't negotiating. And then it was something else. But he trying to say that he was the one that got out of the nuclear deal with Obama in the first place. I mean, if you're going to get out of the treaty because you said you didn't like it, it was a bad deal, and you don't replace with anything. So now you saying that, they got the nuclear capabilities, but they were being inspected by the United Nations. Everything was going well until he got jealous of Obama. That's all that was. And now he started a war. He didn't prepare for it. Left all those Americans over there, and the press secretary sent up saying, "We sent this out months ago. You do not go to the." No, you didn't. You may have put it out there, but you weren't enforcing nothing. And then going to try to blame it on the people when they found out, oh man, we fucked up. We didn't think about that.
Yeah.
So and then you got them Republicans sitting up there saying, "Oh yeah, it was a good thing to go to war." It may have been, but It was a fucked up way you prepared for it.
Yeah, it's a fucked up way to prepare for it. Hey, conspiracy brother, I know you talked about, you know, a little bit about the well, they wanted you to talk about a little bit the oil prices increases, but can you see the conspiracy angle of this situation on how Israel played Donald Trump to get into the situation with Iran?
Well, from what Tim was saying, it sounded like a playbook from that we had from years ago where they're supposed to have nukes, who's supposed to be expecting and all this other shit, and boom, same playbook, history repeating itself. How crazy is
but that president went to Congress and got permission. That
Still
president went to Congress.
Same playbook. They changed the script up a little bit to really.
They ain't changed shit. They changed the rules and the law.
It's like I said, it's the same shit that they used before to go to war, just a different tactic of going to war. That's
legal tactic
to do.
And I agree with you on that, conspiracy brother. It's the same playbook that we've seen before. No, because, you know, Trump back in last June, he did say that, and you brought it up on Pharaoh King, that, hey, their nuclear capabilities have been obliterated. I fucked that word up.
Obliterated.
There's some words you didn't put out there. Shit.
Words like trash. How can you fuck up trash?
Well, you put it this way. Donald Trump got on television and told the American people that we have taken out their whole nuclear capabilities, and we don't have to worry. Basically, we don't have to worry about them anymore. It's going to take them a while. So Pharaoh King, do you think Trump did the right thing, or is he being used by Israel, or better yet, Benjamin Netanyahu?
The whole system has been. No, he didn't do the right thing. Put it to you like that. I'm gonna go back to like when Tim said, you know, with the first time when he did reverse took the United States out of the Iran nuclear deal. The whole 4 years he was there, he didn't institute any new policies. 220 executive orders over 4 years was to reverse everything that President Obama did.
Yep.
Fast
Joe
forward.
Biden. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. The first time of
Obama. You're right.
Right. So now here we are in his second term as president, and within a year and a half, he has had 225 executive orders, no new policies to reverse everything in the Biden administration.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we know that this was being set up from the first administration, is which why he did not want to leave and did that bullshit, January 6th crap, because now he's finishing up what he actually started those first 4 years. So with that being said, well, I mean, with that being said, yes, Netanyahu, Putin, whoever you want to say, something's going on. Like I said, it's a higher table that got something going on. 3 Republican presidents, 3 Middle Eastern wars, and each time they said it would only going to take a few months at most, end up being 10 years both times. So will this be the same thing? Because now we got different players. The two Bushes had the same players. This has new players. So
new rules.
Yeah, they got new players, but like conspiracy brother said, the same old playbook. Hey, conspiracy brother,
it might be the same playbook, but with these new players, it ain't gonna play out the same.
It's not gonna play out the same. Conspiracy brother, how foolish does MAGA look because they bought Trump lie of no new wars?
We don't realize we're in America, man. Again, like I said, this is what this country does. We go to war. This country's a war country. We have the wealth, we have technology, and we power hungry. But the country, or the people in charge of this country, so they should be highly upset because most of their kids and grandkids are going to be the ones that's going to be entangled into fighting this war.
And that's the part that a lot of people don't understand, because MAGA is like they're shocked. You know, they bought that big lie, Tim Dahl. Hey, he say no new wars. I think, Farrah, I think you might have put up a video about, you know, Trump saying we spent billions and billions of dollars. So we don't want to spend that money. We could use that money for infrastructure here in the U.S., schools, whatever, hospitals, and that nature. But Tim Dahl, they hear MAGA now, they are totally upset. So how foolish should they feel?
I'm sure they feel real stupid and foolish. especially in the beginning when he was Doge fired all of those hard-working white folks from the government. Then they went on and got the worst of the worst to beat up on immigrants that are supposed to be illegal here in the country. And even here in Texas, the people are against what's going on. And it's so funny because here in Texas, even though this was just the primaries, when it comes to the general election, when they choose the senator, it doesn't matter what Republican is up there. They're not going to win, because your most conservative Republicans, they just disgusted by, just the treatment, the unhumane and indecency that this president is doing, not just to the immigrants, but to Americans as well.
Yeah, and because they think, like I always say, they thought it wasn't going to happen to them. And just like he ran on that platform, Pharaoh, no new wars. We're going to, bring the money back here. We're going to put America first. So with this situation, MAGA looks crazy to you. And because of the fact that it's not American first in this situation, your thoughts?
My thoughts are going to go back to 1985. All right. I know a lot of people, especially the new folks that's supporting them, don't really understand about who he is. When you get banned from from owning a team in the NFL, you've got to be a piece of shit. All right. And then go to trial for back in the 70s for not letting black people rent in your apartments. If you can't see what the man was then, how do you think he's going to change now? If I put it to you like this, a man is about to go to jail, all right, he about to get put in handcuffs, and he has all these charges brought against him. Do you think the motherfucker's going to play fair? He's never played fair. Do you think he's going to play fair now? You think he's going to do the right thing now? He's gonna shuck and jive you just like everything else that he's done and get his foot in the door. And the first thing he says is he talks about the person that supported him. He's done that in the past. He's still doing it. And you still vote for somebody that keeps shitting on the people that he was supporting, that supported him.
Yeah, because I think I saw some dude.
What are we talking about here today?
Yeah, because MAGA does look crazy. I saw one dude, a video dude in Texas, I believe. He had the Trump stick on the back of his truck. He ripped it off. He's like, they're not doing nothing for us. They're doing something for Israel. So he was mad in that situation.
But what about the black people that do the same thing?
That is true. That is true.
The black people that really sit there. I think that Isaiah Martin had a black guy on his show in the first. He was talking about him being in the street and stuff, being homeless. He wasn't looking for Trump to do anything for him, but he wanted to complain about the Democrats, but he had nothing, nothing of substance to complain about. So with that being said, Isaiah Martin asked him one question: what has President Trump done for you? He dismissed it because he said he didn't want nothing done. Then he asked, well, what has he done for the United States? The man kept going back to Obama every time, going back to Obama. He said, I'm not talking about Obama. We're talking about Trump. What has he done for the United States? And once again, crickets.
Yeah, it's always going to be.
This is what you get every time you talk to these people.
Yeah, that is true. And are we in a war or is it a conflict? Because I don't see Trump and his administration. I don't think they're on the same page.
Then we may have casualties. That often happens in war. We're doing very well on the war front.
We set the terms of this war from start to finish.
9,000 Americans have been able to leave the region since the start of this war.
Nobody should classify this as war. It is combat operations.
I wouldn't call this a war as much as I'd call it a conflict that should be very short and sweet.
I don't know if this is technically a war.
We have declared war. So if we haven't declared war, then I don't see that. The president hasn't asked us to declare war yet, but they have declared war on us.
Do you consider it a war? It's a significant military operation.
Strategic strikes are not war.
They have declared war on us. I don't believe in the semantics. We've talked about the language this morning. We're not at war right now. We're 4 days in to a very specific, clear mission, an operation.
So Tim Dell, why can't the Trump administration and the Republican Party get their messages straight? So are we at war, or is this just a a conflict or an operation.
It's a conflict of interest because it's a war. They don't want to say war because think about it, they all campaign on no war. So why are you going to sit there and call something which is a war?
Can I say this, Tim Dog? Can I say something, Tim Dog? It goes back to something that you say something that you said earlier. If they say that, if Congress say that it's a war, then they have to do a war resolution. So that's why they want to say it's an operation. So they don't have to. So they have some deniability. To go sideways
excuse for doing what they're doing. Right.
That's right. Yeah. Go ahead.
It's
Tim
all
Dog.
in the wording. No, you're
Yes.
good. It's all in the wording. That's it. And Pete Hegseth, he wants it to be a war to boost up his ego and his little pinhead mind, but he's just not qualified for it. But as we can all see, when you go to war, you don't just leave your Americans hanging dry, especially the bases. You're going to secure them bases. Oh, why didn't you guys send Patriot missiles or some kind of air defense missiles to those vulnerable bases? Well, we didn't think that. See, it's just stupid. That's why they keep saying that. Like you said,
because we know Saudi Arabia was going to be one of the first places that they're going to shoot missiles at. Of course, we lost 6 service members during that airstrike from Iran. And just like my man Johnson just said, just my opinion, he talking about Trump. He was played around on all 3 sides. He was played by Israel. He was played by Iran. He was secretly played by Putin. Definitely, Russia has had a hand in this. This whole system is being pimped by 45, 47. God damn it, I like that. He says being pimped.
No, but he's being pimped.
Yeah, he's definitely being pimped. You know what I'm saying? But conspiracy brother, you heard what they say. Trump keeps saying war. PKSF saying that it's war. People, Rubio saying that it's war. But then you hear the Republican Party basically say, no, this is just an operation. Why can't they get their messaging straight, conspiracy brother?
Because it's all about confusion. Them motherfuckers confused on what they don't even know what the hell they doing. That's why everybody running around saying something different, because they don't even know. They ain't talking. The motherfuckers just doing. And like I said, they had to close those secret meetings, decide to do it. So, the closed door folks saying war, the people who wasn't in the room say operation. That's how you know who's on what side. It's everybody on the war side. They know what they're doing, and everybody on the other side, they're on the outside looking in.
Exactly.
It's all about confusion, man.
Exactly. It's all about confusion there, Pharaoh King. Your thoughts, man, why they can't get their messaging straight?
Listen, man, a lie told long enough is the truth for those people, man. So, you know what I mean? You got to think, Hegseth doesn't know anything about war. Rubio has no idea about fucking war. And everybody else that's like we said before, everybody else is it's a conflict, because you gotta realize Vietnam was a conflict, right? That's how it's put down as the Vietnam conflict. The Korean conflict wasn't considered a war. But how many years did those things go on? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And the whole time, people like us, are going over there losing our lives fighting racism, along with not being supported when we come back. That's the same thing that happens all the time with the black, United States citizen that goes over there to fight. Been in every damn war, and nobody respects us, even when we come back to our own damn homeland, because we have nowhere else to go. So being played by 45 being played, they knew he ran on the whole thing is, I'm gonna be a Republican because I know Republicans are dumb. Well, also, with that being said, because you ran as a Republican, they knew your dumb ass was power hungry.
God damn, Pharaoh, you on it today, boy.
So with that being said, why not put this big head, fat McDonald's ass eating motherfucker in the office so we can use him and to get what we want done, to get our pockets fat and make him feel like he's important. And Putin know what the hell's going on, because he's supporting Iran. They done said it. He asked Ukraine to help them in the war that Putin fucking invaded a country. How dumb can you be? Spain don't want you there. Saudi Arabia and all are the ones that gave you the damn plane don't want you there. Germany is like, you keep flying. The UK is not helping you. You're in this shit by yourself, man. And the thing what's sad is the UK is the one that set the shit up to make Israel a country, and then the US came in and backed UK on that note. So with that being said, who's the real dumbass here?
Yeah, Donald Trump has painted the U.S. in a situation where he has ostracized all our friendly countries.
Ostracized.
That's right. Ostracized.
Yeah.
That's what.
No. I heard. I'm shocked.
Damn, Bell the street.
Negro, please. Negro, please.
Yeah, you can't be like
Negro, please.
You can't be like that crazy with this dude, man.
Nigga, is you crazy? Nigga, is you crazy?
Yeah, man. Goddamn. I know a couple of words. There's just some other words that my big teeth get in the way. So, you know what I'm saying? With that being said, man. But I totally agree, man. Just like my man Johnson said, Donald Trump got played. I think he got played by Putin. Now, Putin and Netanyahu. And Netanyahu was waiting. I think Farrell probably said he was waiting for Donald Trump to get in office because there have been other presidents that Netanyahu tried to get them, hey, we need to bomb Iran. But the other president was like, we could work out a deal with Iran. And I think Tim Dahl, the one that say that, Obama did get a treaty where I think it's the IEE could go in and test make sure they don't, the uranium is way below grade A uranium, so they can't get no nuclear weapon. And it was working. And then when Trump pulled out of that, he didn't have any plan in place to say, hey, we're going to keep doing this because, like you say, Farrell, I totally agree with you. Like you say, that's why he wanted to stay in office the second time when Biden beat him, because he already had a plan set to do what he's doing. Hey, fellas, I want us to talk about.
I'm missing one more thing too. Trump also stopped. Well, President Obama has stopped the mining in Alaska of cobalt. And the cobalt mines in Alaska, and that's another thing with a big money when it comes to making those batteries for Teslas and all that stuff, those lithium batteries. So Trump, when he got in office, he ended that deal so they could start mining again. So once again, these things lead to what we're talking about today.
Yeah, I think it's all about money. Well, we always know it's about money with them. It's something else I want to talk about. And Spiritual Bro, I'm going to get your reaction after I play this video.
The president called on Iran to surrender, but he also had a stark warning for the American people.
The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost, and we may have casualties. That often happens in war. As one nation, we grieve for the true American patriots who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation, even as we continue the righteous mission for which they gave their lives. We pray for the full recovery of the wounded and send our immense love and eternal gratitude to the families of the fallen. And sadly, there will likely be more. Before it ends, that's the way it is.
President Trump, you did the right thing. God bless you. God bless all those under your command. And if we lose anybody in this operation, they will have died a noble death.
Spiritual brother, you heard that. The Republican Party has an issue on their messaging about casualty and our wounded soldiers. And the reason why I'm saying that, for me, it sounds like it's not coming from the heart. It's just like, hey, if you die, you die. That's what I'm hearing. You know what I'm saying? So do they have an issue with their messaging to the American people about casualties and our wounded soldiers?
I wouldn't say they have an issue. I just think they always say it's not what you say, but how you say it.
There you go.
And he says things with no compassion, no remorse, no empathy for. It's just, and I think that's one of his biggest things, because like what he's saying, I can understand because it's war. Everybody understands that.
Yeah.
But like I said, the way it comes from him is completely different. It's almost like a psychopath. The way he is. So coming from him is just. So come from him, it seems a bit harsh, knowing his his previous, the way he uses his words. So
yeah. It's a
they got a
microphone.
problem
What
with
up,
the way
Dope?
they get things across.
Yeah. Dope. What up, Dope? We see you, man. And thank you for joining us again, my brother. And Pharaoh, man, I know you's ready to shoot. Hope you don't shoot like you shot at the range. Hope you hit your target. What you about to say? But to me, like I said, I did a couple of videos, man. It just seems though that they're just saying things, and I want to know if this is just me saying. I want to know if what's my man, Lindsey Graham, called the people that the family members that lost their lives in Kuwait and tell them, hey, your family died a noble death. And I wonder if the family cussed his ass out. But that's just me personally. So Pharaoh.
Myself.
Yeah, there's the Republican Party has an issue on their messaging about casualties and our wounded soldiers.
Once again, to back up what Supervillain was talking about, they are people that's never set foot in any type of combat situation, so they do not know what's right to say to anybody to comfort them. So what are you expecting from people, especially a 5-time draft dodger in Bone Spurs, to this old ass freaking Lindsey Graham? First of all, your first name is a little, I know Supervillain's middle name is Lindsey, so I don't want to say too much. No, he's his middle name. So
can I say this one thing about Lindsey Graham though? He did serve. He was an active duty officer as a lawyer in the Air Force, so he did serve. So I'm gonna give him that credit. I'm just saying that he did serve.
Combat man on the street.
I got you. I got you. I know, but I'm just saying he at least was a draft dodger. I got you. I got you, Pharaoh. No, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying, as a service member that served the country, for him to say what he said is disingenuous. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it's disingenuous for him to say that way. Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. So, but still, regardless, they haven't set foot in a combat situation for you to say the right thing. They're not infantry leaders. They're not, naval officers. They didn't do anything like that. Especially Felon 47 Bone Spurs. You know what I mean? So, and Rubio, he got over here because of his family, escaping tyrannism.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You have what's his name over Ted Cruz, same shit. They went up to Canada to come down to the United States. Everybody found a route to get to the United States for you to chastise and talk about the people that are doing the same thing that your family did to get you here. So I really, there's nothing that I'm looking for. It doesn't surprise me that they don't know what the fuck to say because none of them can say the right thing. But what I will say is, I do applaud the one congressman or one of the cabinet members that said, if you're going to send people to war, you need to put your firstborn in.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, if you want to do that, one of your people, one of your family members, your son or whatever, if you're too old to serve, should serve into the serve in the military, and that would probably make you think twice about what you're going to do.
Yeah, because there was a petition started, not a petition, but a hashtag. Barron, I think that's his younger son should go to war.
Yeah.
And then they said he's too tall for a tank or whatnot. But then somebody brought up David Robinson, 7'2", and he served in the Navy. So if he's 7'2", could get in there, and I think Barron's like 6'8" or something like that. If David Robinson, because that was his congressional, that's what you had to do that after you got out of the academy.
Yeah, to do
2 years in the
2
Navy.
or 4 years.
If they find a way for him to serve his country, why can't his son? But of course, they
got to be on the ship.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Basically, the same thing that Donald Trump he can't serve because of because of his height. But Tim Dog, getting back to the messaging that they're putting out, like we all saying, man, it doesn't sound like any compassion. It just sounds like they're just reading it. And like I say, with Lindsey Graham, for him to serve the country, for him to be like, it's a noble death. I don't think those service members would say if they were alive that, hey, I want my death to be noble. To me, that's just
that's a bad choice of words. You're right.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't think they say if I die, I want it to be a noble death. What are we? Are we back in the 1600s? Are we knights? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that messaging that they're trying to get out. Tim Dog, your thoughts?
I'm gonna have to, say something that Conspiracy Brother said. It's a good show. good choice of words when you're trying to impress people that really don't give a fuck about what you're doing. It just sounds good. So when you have a president talking about honor and patriotism, he's the wrong person to talk about it. But people are not looking at that. They just only looking at the fact that he's trying to manipulate your mind. Actually, he ain't trying. He manipulated a lot of people's minds. So he's trying to continue on with that. I mean, we all see that. What did Pharaoh say? You keep saying it long enough, you'll believe it. We've been saying that for years on this show.
Yeah, keep telling a lie. Keep telling a lie long enough, you stop believing that lie. Yeah.
And same playbook year after year after year, but I think it's wearing on the American people, and we'll find out in November. Like I said, I know here in Texas, people are pissed, especially at John Cornyn. They saying he's too old, and John Paxton, they say he's too corrupt.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all beware too, because with that, what you're saying that, Tim, I think Texas alone, there's 2 people that said that they couldn't even go to the voters polls just recently. You know, and then one lady said that she didn't have a way to get to the one that they wanted her to go to. So be careful out there, people.
They're playing games. And I'm going to go back to something, Tim Dog, you brought up earlier, because I don't have a video, but I saw this. When you say that the U.S., they don't know who bombed the school. But then I saw a YouTuber, she got on there saying that Iran was at fault because they had the school by a military base. And I was saying to myself, how many schools are by military bases if there was a bomb to hit? That was one of the dumbest shit that I heard anybody say. Because there's a school right there on Fort Gordon. You understand what I'm trying to say? So when people
Iran did that purposely though. They used as a shield.
But you can say the same thing though. That's what I'm trying to say. We can say the same thing. If somebody was to shoot a rocket and hit Fort Gordon, and there's a school right there on Fort Gordon. So where would you put a school? Wouldn't you put a school by a military base? I'm just saying, to me, that was kind of asinine to say. Am I wrong for thinking that way?
That's just a influencer or YouTuber or whatever that had no thought process in the comment that she made. That didn't make any damn sense at all. School is not.
They just wanted to say something.
School is not used as a shield, to save the people that's at the base. That whatever. No. They have people. They probably have their kids. They got the school there, so the kids ain't got to go far to go to school. That's why we do it. And they're safer right there.
Yes, conspiracy brother. Am I wrong for thinking that she was talking outside of her neck when she made that statement?
Well, she got a point, but to say it, because I could see with corrupt minds, they say we would use that as a deterrent for people attacking a base, having the school near it. So, but to say that.
I guess what I'm saying around any military installation, there's always going to be schools.
Yeah, so
that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking about us in the U.S. I'm thinking about us in the U.S. If they was to strike Fort Gordon, they're going to probably hit a school too, because there's about 20 damn schools right around Fort Gordon. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying?
And they're not in military schools.
Yeah, and so right. in my mind, I'm thinking, so did it build the school around Fort Gordon so that if the enemies want to attack Fort Gordon because the schools are around there? No, if they want to hit Fort Gordon. That's what I'm saying, Tim Dog. I know it may sound kind of crazy, but that's just my way of thinking. I don't know.
No, and the same thing is that Iran is figuring, the U.S. won't strike this school because strike this because it's a school.
But Israel don't think that though. Israel don't think.
But they said it was a U.S. bomb that. But we going off of Israel's intel, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
But we going off their intel, and to me, that's why this all got started. Where is the intel? You can say, Israel said this, Israel said that, but where is the intel? That's when the Republicans are trying to deflect from that because they know that without that intel, you can't just go busting in somebody's house.
Yeah,
tearing up their country. tearing up their schools. No.
Yeah. But Tim Dog, you brought it up. Tim Dog, you brought it up. Where's the intel? Well, I guess the intel is in Call of Duty.
It begins with a clip from video game Call of Duty, before mixing in real footage of US missile strikes on Iran, while plus 100 points flashes up with each kill. Just one of the latest offerings on official White House social media pages, which have become a stream of memes and videos designed to appeal to Donald Trump's base and enrage his opponents. But this one hit particularly wide of the mark. Accused of being cavalier, lacking in taste, morally abhorrent, exposing the US administration's apparent gamification of war, while real people, including Americans, died.
Without mercy.
It's an attitude also embodied by US Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth in press conferences.
This was never meant to be a fair fight, and it is not a fair fight. We are punching them while they're down, which is exactly how it should be.
Strengthen on us.
Over the past week, the macho war rhetoric and videos have multiplied, with montages of Hollywood film clips from Gladiator to Top Gun.
Iran tried to kill President Trump, and President Trump got the last laugh.
As the Trump administration tries to sell a war, from the once non-interventionist president to a MAGA base showing signs of bemusement.
Our focus should be on the U.S. and not abroad, certainly not there.
As a Republican, I'm as well against it for the simple fact that it doesn't seem they have a plan.
As the White House's erratic messaging veers from confused to bombastic, polls show around 1 in 3 Americans approve of its strikes on Iran.
Flawless victory.
Yeah, that's coming from the White House. And unlike Call of Duty, in battle, true battle, if you die, you don't get revived. You don't get to come back and grab your weapon and go shoot some more people. It's a game. So Tim Dog, you brought it up. That's why I want you to hold your statement, because I want us to talk about that. Do you believe that the Trump administration is treating this as a game?
Hell yeah. I'm being disrespectful, not just to the service members that died, but the service members who are in this conflict. I mean, you don't sit there and treat it like a joke. Oh yeah, flawless victory. And he keeps saying, yeah, we obliterated them. No. And to me,
fuck you. No, hold on, Tim. Fuck you, because I can't say the word. You try to throw it out there. I see you. You try to get me. I be watching you. I'm watching you, Tim Dog. I got you. Go ahead.
All I'm saying is, motherfucker, treating it like it's a game. Real immature.
I'm talking about obliterated. You know, I stumbled with that word. That's what I'm talking about. Go ahead, man.
No, but it's sad that the mentality around this war isn't about the objective. It's about what they are doing to the people and how they're doing it.
Right.
Yeah. And it's just crazy on Conspiracy Brother, man. When I saw that, I wrote myself a note because I was going to do a video about that. I was like, first they came to my mind, I was like, no, this nigga didn't. They got Call of Duty, and they it's like, Conspiracy, you've been saying this. This is a show. Like, God damn, man. Have some type of empathy. Have some type of, man, I don't think this is a good idea for us to put Call of Duty, and then we just lost 6 service members. That's just asinine to me. Your word, asinine to me. What you think on Conspiracy Brother?
It shows a lack of decorum and respect for people that you've even killed. Because even some of these people may not even be invested into this war as deep as it's going, and they're dying, which happens to a lot of the people in the wars that we face. A lot of innocent people who just happen to be a soldier is killed just because they signed up to defend their country. You know what I'm saying? So just to have that lack of respect for those people and to want to be out there showing off all their machismo and all this other bullshit, that shit's just, it's gonna bite them in the ass, because this is the type of shit that create terrorists. They got family members that can see this shit on the internet and all other kind of shit. But terrorists, understand, these are specific
homegrown terrorists. Homegrown terrorists.
Don't let what they did to you make you hurt innocent people. Go after directly the people who with the bullshit.
Yeah.
Not my words.
Yeah. Just like my man Johnson just said, game is right, but real people die, Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? For me, and that's on the White House server or whatever. The White House is putting this bullshit out. They treating it like a game. Your thoughts, Pharaoh?
Not the Pentagon, the White House.
The White House. That's right.
Trying to get them trying to go viral.
Right. I don't like, first of all, the way Heg Self or bitch self, whatever you want to call them, drunk self.
You hit it with all three.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, I got you hit it with all three. Pharaoh, you right on target with that one. You right on target with that one.
Yeah. The way that he describes, we're punching them in the mouth and we're holding them down. That kind of talk, that kind of rhetoric is also what creates what Supervillain says with homegrown terrorists as well as abroad terrorists. You're not going to sit there and talk about you're beating us up, holding us down by our necks and shit, and we don't do something. I'm a man too. No matter what ethnicity you are, what culture you are, you're not going to take that. So, and once again, lack of decorum, as Supervillain says, unprofessionalism at the utmost, and how you deliver that message to the people. But once again, those words and how they say it are reaching the low-level people that's here in the United States. The unintelligent people are the ones that can relate to what he's saying because that's how they think. It's to everybody else that has a problem with what they're saying, and those are the ones that they don't really give a shit about.
Yeah. And just like my man Johnson just said, game is right, but real people die. And like I say, the family members that lost their loved ones, those 6 family members, they're not treating this like a game. I don't think they want to see the White House put out a video like their family members can be revived. To me, man, it's just asinine and like just poor taste because your family members. Yeah, because your family members are not in the situation to defend this country. They're sitting at home on the golf course, drinking tea or whatever, having a good old time while young men and women are out there fighting and some not fighting and still dying for this country. But conspiracy.
Down the street, I gotta give you a Negro, please. Talking about they drinking tea. Them niggas is out there drunk.
Okay, I give myself one, Dan.
Negro, please.
There it is, man. Conspiracy brother, man. I want you to answer this question when we come back from this video.
Well, apparently our military commanders are telling our troops who are about to go and die for Israel that don't worry, this is God's plan, is what they're reportedly saying. This came in from Jonathan Larson. And he says here, at more than 30 military installations, U.S. commanders told troops the war on Iran is a Christian war. The Military Religious Freedom Foundation tells me it's been inundated with complaints from more than 110 service members. One NCO said their commander told them today that the U.S. war is to bring about Armageddon and the return of Jesus. This is what's going on in our military.
Conspiracy brother, is this God's plan or 2 men with egos?
Now you see why I left God's plan alone. He letting people like this make decisions. This is why I don't want no parts of his plan. His plan, you got to kill people with that plan.
Yeah.
Again, like they try. It seems like it's a religion. Like they say, it's a Christian war. They try. They tell you what it is right in your face. It ain't nothing about, like I said, I got a lot of theories on war. I could go on all day about this.
I got you.
I ain't gonna take y'all down my rabbit hole.
I got you.
We just got one. We just got one.
But you made a lot of sense though, because you using religion to justify something that you created because of somebody else. And Pharaoh, I see you holding your head. When I played the video, I watched you. You like, I know what you're going to say. You like this motherfucker. So Pharaoh, your thoughts, man? Is this God plan or 2 men with used egos?
Out of the 100 and some tablets that Moses had in the damn ark, one of the first 10. Yeah, it's a lot of. It wasn't just 10 commandments. It was 100 plus. But the 10 commandments that they have that they always talk about, one of is, "I shall thou not kill." How the fuck is this a Christian war if you're going to go against one of the damn tablets in the damn ark? That makes no sense to me. You have done You're not making any sense. That's why I told you the KKK was Christian and they did as much killing and pillaging as they could. So miss me with the bullshit. Once again, the U.S. government is using religion, which is supposed to be separate from what the government in itself, especially for military members. That's why you have freedom of religion in the military.
Yeah.
And I'm so sick of them trying to use Christian
same
because Christianity is not a white religion. They need to go back and look at what's going on. So
yeah,
with
yeah.
the bullshit.
Yeah, and it's crazy that they're telling the service members, Tim Dog, hey, we're trying to bring back Armageddon so we can bring back Jesus. I never been in the command because even when they say the prayer in the military, and we know they make it non-denominational. You know what I'm saying? They just make it a generic prayer because they don't want to offend anybody else's religion. But these commanders are out here saying this. They're going against what the doctrine says. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say this is not a God's war. We're not fighting God's war going against Iran. But you got some commanders out there that are saying this. What are your thoughts, Tim Dog?
Interpretation. I mean, everybody has their own interpretation of anything, the Bible, the law, and for people who want their interpretation to be the only interpretation, that's why we have a problem. To me, if there are one set of rules, there should be one set of guidelines, one set of punishments. But there's nowhere in the Bible that says that black men and when black people are, underneath white people, black people deserve to get whipped. And there's nothing in the Bible that says that, but thou shalt not kill, and it's just sad that people are going to take something and spin it to their own interpretation just so that it can fit them, just like with the Supreme Court doing. And to me, it just does a person just disservice. I'm sorry.
No, I know you feel, man. When you say this type of rhetoric, man, especially for a person that we know is not religious. We all know Donald Trump is not a religious person. When they asked him
try to use it to punish some people, but yet you say here in Texas they trying to put the 10 Commandments up, but if someone puts the Quran up, are they wrong? No, because you the one that allowed religion in the school in the first place. But then you trying to restrict those religions, and you can't do it.
Yeah, exactly, man. But like I say, with Donald Trump, when they asked him, "What's your favorite passage in the Bible?" Well, they all are great. That's my favorite book. Well, can you say something? Well, I really don't want to say because
you know what though. But the nerve that you took a picture, the nerve that you took a picture, and you put yourself, or they put him in the center of this picture, and they touching him. We know damn well he's not pulling the strings on this fucking this circus. Yeah. He just happens to be the ringleader.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say Pharaoh when he took the picture of him. He held the Bible upside down.
Well,
I thought you were going to say. Yeah, I thought you were going to say that. But he had the Bible. He had the Bible upside down. They took a picture of it.
His hair is upside down, so it don't really matter, man.
It doesn't really matter, man. But being upside down, I saw this, and y'all, I think upside down, and I think Tim Dawes wanted to talk about it. I told him to hold on to it. The video is kind of long because it hit me, and it's one of those videos that you got to see it to believe it.
Israel is the reason for this war. America does not want to fight this war for Israel. Let's go. Come on, let's go. America does not want to send its sons and daughters to war for Israel. Your inability to name that shows your exemptness as leaders. This is wrong. And nobody wants to fight for Israel.
A reminder to all our
Commandant, please stand up as a Marine and stand up for America. No one wants to fight for Israel. Oh my God.
Sir, thank you for your service.
The senator broke his hand. The senator broke his hand.
Come on, help him, please.
Come
He's a Marine. Somebody come help him.
Control your Senate committee.
Look at you guys. You're robots. You won't even look back. Look at you guys. You're like robots.
His arm.
Okay. Ah, fuck, my arm is fucking broke. What are you gonna do to him? My left arm is broke. I understand. Don't fight.
Oh my God. Hey, you guys, come on.
I need you to move with me, okay? Stop. Okay.
Brian, stop.
He's fighting for you, not for him. My left arm is broke.
They broke his arm.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. This is totally broken.
Come on now.
Oh man. Please, can you get him some kind of medical attention?
Yes, we are.
Oh my God. You are? It's great.
I'll let go of my arm before you sit down.
Y'all step back, please. Please step
Can you
back.
get
Keep
him
this
some
walkway
medical
open.
attention,
Who needs
please?
it?
Seriously, brother, I want to get your reaction about seeing that video. I know you don't watch a lot of, but what was your first reaction by seeing that? And also, was this the correct way to handle that situation? You muted. You muted, conspiracy brother.
And of course, that's not the correct way to handle the situation. But this is like I said many times, that the people of this country, when they see bullshit, regardless of what they've signed up for, they're going to speak and they're going to fight for what they believe in, and they're going to be seen. And in today's social media age, you can't hide shit no more.
Yeah,
and that's why I say
that could have been thrown under the rug back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't even have heard about that.
I'm always going to have faith in the people to know right from wrong and call it out when they see it, regardless of what they signed up for. Because we don't sign up. When we signed up, we knew that there's a risk that we could die, and there's a risk that we would have to kill someone if necessary. So, to me, it's a horrible situation, but I love to see it from him, because that shows me, it gives me a lot of faith. And
and also he's saying what a lot of other people are saying on Pharaoh. A lot of people are saying that we're in this situation because of Benjamin Netanyahu. And he stood up and he said that we are fighting the war because Benjamin Netanyahu been wanting to go to war with Iran ever since the 1980s. Ever since he got in power, he's been saying, hey, about Iran. And he got I call him a passer. He got a passer to do what he wanted to do. But to see that video and to see that Marine and to see the senator break his hand or his arm, that's crazy. That's got to put you in a mind space about who are we protecting? Are we protecting the people that are supposed to be protecting us? Or are we protecting our best interests? It's just crazy to me. Your thoughts?
So, I like I said before, with the two Air Force pilots that was arrested because they wouldn't fly, we've seen it in the past where E7s and stuff were saying that you don't have to obey the unlawful orders from the president. We've seen military members last year, get treated the same way. People don't want to. There's actually a video clip of I think it was an Air Force or a Navy person they was interviewing, and the guy simply said that Israel has plenty of weapons and stuff to do this on their own. They don't need United States help. But as soon as he said United States help, the video went out, and it's about, we lost contact due to whatever. So this is nothing new with military members knowing that Israel is more than capable of handling this stuff on their own. They just need somebody else to be the scapegoat or the fall guy, and they finally found somebody to be the fall guy in Donald Trump and his administration. So with that being said, I don't care, what is going on out here, whatever. I'm gonna just say Israel does not care about black people. Iranian people, I've never heard them say anything against black people. I'm not saying I support anything or whatever the case is, but I don't support sending United States troops to fight a war simply because of your balls. Like you don't have any, but you want to use somebody else to do your bidding. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And before
He's going to be an unsung hero. Hopefully, he's going to be unsung hero from this situation. And those guys knew they were lying. They were not going to get any medical help for that man unless that lady wasn't sitting there filming them. Other than that, they would have threw his ass in jail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you say something about that situation, because that's not how you're supposed to treat somebody that defends this country, Tim Dog. The way that they went about that situation, it just let him say his piece and then let him leave. You know what I'm saying? Hey, okay, I'm gonna let you say your piece and we're gonna walk you out.
But you notice it only happens for them.
That truth was hitting too hard. They couldn't listen to it. They can't. It's hard to get the truth.
Right. Exactly. But there was a better way to handle that situation. Tim Dog, your thoughts?
Man, it was a disgrace. And like the woman said, the people in the front, they would not turn around and look at what was going on. Why? Hey, who gives a fuck? But it just goes to show that, this guy who's supposed to be our president is changing the culture of America, changing the culture of, how to treat the veterans. Just like back when the veterans used to come home from Vietnam, they were treated with disdain and disgust.
Yeah.
You don't want that, especially from a guy who we know has no respect for the military. And that's the one thing I don't understand, why these senators and congressmen are flouting behind him. And it's just sad. And that's why those senators went out there and said what they said about unlawful orders, because they know what this man can do and what he's already done. He started a war without Congress. And we all know that's going to come back to bite him in the ass. And Marco Rubio, Kristi Noem, Pam Bondi, Gabbard.
Kristi Noem got fired.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, all of their careers are over. The only thing that they can do is write a book and hopefully put some truth in it to redeem.
They ain't gonna get no money.
Atrocity. No, I'm just saying, hopefully they can write a book to get some of that shit off that they did. Tell some truth. You know what I'm saying? Try to redeem themselves. There you go, a tell-on.
Yeah.
Because everyone knows what kind of a man he is, Felon 47, but no one is doing anything to correct it. But yet they want to talk about, Obama. What did he ever do? He divided the country. How?
Yeah.
By giving people health care and choices?
And one thing about Obama that you just say, Obama never disrespected the military. One guy, I think I saw a video, a guy said that he didn't vote for Obama. He didn't really care for Obama. But I guess some service member had got killed someplace. And he said that Obama stood at attention for at least an hour for them to unload, our service member. And he said he stood there and he said he watched them. And he said that, I didn't vote for him. I really didn't care for him, but I have respect for him because he stood there with his hands saluted for those service members to be carried off of. He didn't send nobody else. He went. He said, the guy said he went. He didn't send somebody in his place. He said he went. And he said that he respected Obama. So that, and for me, when I saw that video, I was like, man, let the guy say his piece, and then, sir, we need you to leave. You say what you have to say. Yeah. But for them to do what they do, and then the senator to help break his arm, and like you say, Farrell, if it wasn't for social media, we wouldn't hear nothing about this. And of course, I don't think they would have got him any type of medical help either. They probably throw his ass in jail and let him suffer for a while. That's how I truly feel about it. Tim Dog, you going to say something?
Man, I'm just the disrespect now that this president. I mean, there's no empathy. There's not an ounce of anything. But yet he calls himself, a man who respects the military. How do you respect the military when you can't even, give a good prayer, eulogy, or something nice about the soldiers that fell? And then you take for granted that they're there, but you don't understand the
Well, we already know what he said. He said that he felt that service members that was killed in battle was suckers and losers. So,
No, I'm just
of
talking
course,
about the
he
way
came
he's
out.
speaking today.
No, I'm talking about
another
that too. But I'm just Tim Dog. The way that he's speaking today, the same way he was speaking way back in 2018 when he said that service members that lost their life in battle were suckers and losers. So he's been the same person that he has always been. Go ahead, Farrell.
Yeah. Well, you saying that? That's what it amazes me when I'm here on Fort Gordon, especially what I saw today at the damn, the gun range, because most of those are veterans. We're veterans and we like that type of stuff. To sit there and support some shit when somebody says that you're a piece of shit and a loser, knowing that you put your life on the line for this country that gives a fuck about you. That's why I said the VA should be a sole entity to where it takes care of its veterans. We should not have any outside sources to help us with our mental breakdowns or our PTSD or whatever we're going through. We have outside sources because the VA does not do their job. And then they sit there and they try to bureaucracy of bullshit, try not to pay you for that little bit of money of that big ass budget they have. That big pot of money that we cannot live off of. You're going to sit there and try to tell us that now medication is going to decide if we keep our rating or not.
Yeah.
The nerve of you. If you sitting out there and you're a veteran and you can go for this shit, y'all are suckers and losers.
Yeah, and just like they say, they did push that back because they knew once they do that, all hell would have break loose.
It should have never been brought up, is what I'm saying.
Exactly.
It's just somebody who's never been in the military trying to do something. We all know
exactly. And fellas, man, good conversation. Conspiracy Brother, I didn't forget about you, but we're gonna watch this in the after show because Conspiracy Brother, I know you was ready to climb this goddamn tree.
Hey. So sexy. I've been seeing your music a lot, dog. I've been shaking my ass to your music.
Damn, I like this outfit.
What they be talking about is talent. All I focus is about my man, It's okay. I can't believe and I broke. Get the down, bro.
Whoa.
But this is not...
Well, we're going to talk about that coming back in the after show, Conspiracy Brother. You might have thought I forgot about you, but I ain't forget about you.
Lord, have mercy.
We're going to talk about that in the after show. We call Ass Out. Oh, man.
No, that was assed out, all right.
No, because there's more to it. There's more to it. We're going to talk about it in the after. We're going to talk about that in the after show called Assed Out. But because like I say, Conspiracy Brother, he really don't do a lot of politics. And I know this is going to be a politic-driven show tonight. But so I got to make sure I get stuff for him, you know what I'm saying, to get his juices, you know what I'm saying? So
wrote down my topic I want to talk about.
Hey, we say, man, you got to get his free spirited. You got to get his free spirit up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Get his spirit up.
Yeah.
That show will help.
Because because sometimes I be feeling a type of way because I know we come on here, we talk a lot of politics, and he comes on here every week and he goes. And he still interact with us. So I try to find a little nugget here for him to get it, to really get that smile going.
Come on, one night a week. Fuck him.
You know what you saying that man on the street. I know, just like you said, we want to have a good time, but I think some issues are very important for us to touch on, regardless if we're in tune or out of tune of what's happening. We have a lot invested in. We have a lot invested in raising our families in this United States. When a lot of people are trying to move away from the United States because of what's happening here. This is not how we as people should live on the only planet in the goddamn universe that we have to live. We should not live like that. If a parent can look at another parent and say, "You're not getting enough food," and they can figure out to feed that other parent, so we both survive. Why doesn't the United States or the Americans that's here understand that same process? And that's the problem that we have.
Because they're avaricious. That's all.
I'm just
avaricious.
Sorry.
I got you, man. But like I say, Conspiracy Brother, I'm always thinking about you when I be trying to come up with some of these topics that we talking about. But ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all stick around for the after show we call Ashed Out. That's when everybody gets a chance to talk about what they want to talk about. But before we go, we always like to give you something. We always see Pharaoh, you fucked me up, man. As soon as I get in my room, I have my shit together. Now you done messed me up. God damn it. You want to stick around for, like, I got to start all over now. Make sure I get it right. Stick around for our after show. That's when everybody gets the chance to talk about what they want to talk about. Like Tim Dog always say, usually we go straight, then we make a right turn. But when we make that left, we drive that bitch right off the cliff. But before we go, we always like to give you something to think about, something funny, or better yet, where the fuck Tim Dog get that from?
Hey, what up? What up? Yeah, I just got something a little interesting here. You know that there are some mammals that they can't jump or do anything, and that elephants are really the only really mammals that really can't jump. Everybody say, "Oh, that's because they're too heavy." Well, that's not
people either.
You would know, but that's not always. You set yourself up for it.
Yeah, he slammed that bitch home.
But it's not just because of their size, although it has a good a big factor. Their anatomy is so that their bones are straight and their joints are weak. And if you look at an elephant, you see that they really aren't that flexible. So in order to get that lift, you have to have that muscle to push up. And if they try to push up with all the weight they have, they probably tear ACL, MCL, NCL, DCL, and all that because of their weight. Now they can stand on their hind legs, but they can't stand on it for long. And there are other mammals, believe it or not, excuse me, hippos, another animal that can't really jump up on their legs. And did you know that an opossum can't jump? I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. But the thing about elephants also is that their weight makes them very balanced. They're one of the animals that you can't really tip over or try to push over. They can stand up during earthquakes really well because they have very large paws and they're on the bottom of their feet. So that's just a little interesting information. I was like, damn, you know what? I never knew that elephants would jump. And the hippos, they really can't swim, so they walk on the bottom of the water.
Yeah. And that's the timer right there telling Tim Dog to wrap it up.
Yeah, and was I done? Hey,
I hope so, because goddamn.
I'm done.
Because Tim Dog, like I said, a lot of people probably watching this the first time and hear you say, and they probably say, where the fuck Tim Dog get that shit from too?
Man, you got to get that. You got to get that. Wrap that shit up, B.
Yeah, I gotta get that wrap that shit up.
Man, fuck you, hate man.
Tim Dog, shout out to social media so the people can follow you, my brother.
You can find me on Instagram, Father's Love 99. It's all about me, my grandson, and his daddy.
There it is. My main man, Pearl King.
Said 99, I want to say in the 2000s.
Pearl King, man, what you got for the people before we go, my brother? And make sure you shout out your social media as well so the people can follow you.
Well, I would like to, if Miss Gilchrist, Nurse Gilchrist, if you jumped on tonight, want to appreciate your support because she subscribed to the channel, y'all. And man on the street, you will like her because she's an avid Eagles fan. I got to hear that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Goodbye, Nurse.
Right. So with that being said, here's something I got for you guys. A little Buddha quote for you. When you come to a point where you have no need to impress anybody, your freedom will begin. That sound like conspiracy brother down there.
Man, sure it is.
71 IG, Keenron, Facebook.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. My main man, conspiracy brother. What you got for the people before we go, my brother? And make sure you shout out social media so the people can follow you as well, my brother.
Oh my goodness.
Soul Expression. It's Friday. You already know what time it is. Go get drunk, go get high. But be safe while you do it. Go get you some some tail feather. You know what I'm saying? Do something. Enjoy yourself, man. I ain't really got shit with that, but yeah, man. It's Friday.
There it is.
Enjoy yourself.
Friday night.
And of course, for me, I don't really have anything because my brothers always say everything that I want to say. Like Spiritual Brother said, go out and have a good time. But you can always find me at the Man on the Street Show on YouTube. Man, I'll be dropping videos. And thank everybody for watching, liking, subscribing. Oh, man, my views are going up. The Man on the Street must be doing something right. You also catch me at Creative Canvas Expression. I know I keep shouting it out. I haven't put up a video yet, but I will. By tomorrow, focus on doing it tomorrow. That's my AI channel. I just tell AI what I wanted to do. AI creates it, and I just put it up. But make sure you come check us out on Wednesday night. We got a sports podcast as well. It's called the Better Than Sex Sports Podcast. All we do is talk about sports until we get to Tim Dog, and he talk about elephants not being able to jump. But you want to come and enjoy the show, and we talk about sports, and we do that very, very well. But you want to make sure you come back and check us out on Friday night at 8 o'clock for 2 Cigars and a Blunt. Man, as you just saw, we talk about politics, and we mix in a little bit of laughter as well. But you want to stick around for our after show we call Ashed Out. Like I said earlier, that's when everybody gets a chance to talk about what they want to talk about. Usually we go straight, we will make a right turn, but when we make that goddamn left, like Tim Dog famously said, we're going to drive that bitch right off the goddamn cliff. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Man on the Street.
This is Pharaoh King.
What do you call a cheat circumcision? A ripoff. Tim Dog from Be More Careful.
I'm not laughing at that bullshit.
Negro, please.
Hey, man. That's what the military gives out. Boy, let me tell you.
Super villain, conspiracy brother, the universe's favorite, your mama's favorite, your grandmama's favorite, your ancestors' favorite. I think I'm everybody's favorite at this point. Shit out there. So,
uncle. Hey.
And your uncle's secret. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all come and check us out. In about 10 minutes, we be on our after show, Ash Out. Make sure if you don't come back, be safe out there. Like Conspiracy Brother say, go out and have a little bit of fun. Not too much fun. And don't be like Tim Dog. If you're not circumcised, don't get your shit ripped off. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're out.